Everybody, and welcome to today's training. It is 2 o'clock on the East Coast, and it is Saturday of all days. Give me just a second, turn off my phone so it quits beeping, and we will get started. Appreciate so many people being here, and this will be short, sweet, to the point, maybe 30 minutes. Obviously, you can watch a replay. It'll be available in the Facebook group for you. So I actually am streaming this into a few groups. It's relevant. It'll fit. It'll add value right away. Let's get down to it. So we all know that this is a very crazy time in terms of business, kind of reality, right? Everything going on, businesses open, close. We talked over the last week about restaurant marketing. And there's lots of things you can do right now to capitalize in a mindful, thoughtful manner, really, to help your community, right? So let's talk about that right now. There's no single right answer. Right? There's no single thing to do. Restaurants are not the only thing you have at your disposal. What just happened, I believe it was yesterday, that Trump signed the $2 billion stimulus package is very, very interesting. So what I'm going to do is share a very short presentation, and I should be able to see questions in the comments. I don't 100% know, but I should be able to see those, and I'll try to answer any questions that I see. The challenge is this doesn't really work the same way as GoToWebinar with polls and questions and stuff. So while it's great for interactivity, I don't get that feature, unfortunately. So this is what we have. So I'm calling it stimulus package marketing. This doesn't cost you anything. There's nothing to buy. Hopefully it reuses tools that you have at your disposal right now. Whether you're in our instant reply group or you're in a different group, this should leverage things that you have and give you a smart way to put them into action, make some money for yourself right now, but really put your business on the trajectory to grow. So yesterday, Trump did sign this $2 trillion stimulus plan that the Senate and the House finally came together and agreed on, which surprised me. It actually happened as fast as it did. I had low expectations, like I bet a lot of you. So this was just signed yesterday, so it's all brand new. The goal of the plan is to help save American jobs, small businesses, large businesses, etc. Now, for what we're going to talk about today is small business, whether it's Jimmy's Hot Dogs in Albany, Georgia, right? Been around since 1940. That's 80 years, this little place, right? So the goal of this package is to help businesses like this. And how can it help you, right? You personally, you as an individual citizen, if you're an American, or you as an agency owner, if you're an American. You can do this even if you're not an American citizen. I'm just saying, how can this specifically help American citizens? Well, cash payment to you. You have to make under 100 and something K to qualify. Could be a loan for your business, a grant for your business, deferring of your taxes due on your business payroll, and even employee retention benefits. Basically, don't fire your people and they'll pay you a bonus. And I took some bullets from a newspaper article I was reading. I think it was Wall Street Journal. So there's forgivable loans up to 10 million. Obviously, there's a lot of criteria, right? And this is going to lead into what we're talking about today. Emergency grants up to 10,000, waiving the withdrawal penalty free, out of your retirement accounts up to 100,000, disaster loans up to 2 million, deferring payroll taxes. That should say to 2021 and 22, recovery rebates, get cash for your operating income losses in 18, 19, and 20, retention credits up to 10,000 an employee, sick employee payroll tax credits. There's a lot of stuff. And what I will tell you is that most of us are going to understand kind of sort of the very tip of it. And just like most business owners, we're not really going to get it. We're not going to understand it. So there's another thing you can do right now to help your agency immediately. And you can do it in a way that helps others, helps build your community, and helps build your agency and your reputation locally. Step one, and I try to make this very, very simple. Step one, find a CPA firm, or if you're a hardcore action taker, find multiple firms. And I would find, in multiple cities. I wouldn't try to have multiple firms in the same town. So I would do this as your first step. So find that accounting or certified public accounting firm, right? Step two, sign them up as a client for lead generation. And what you're going to do is you're going to generate small business clients that need help from a stimulus package standpoint, that need help with their taxes, all kinds of strategy work. You would be surprised how many businesses need this. It's unbelievable. It's one of my best niches. Step 3, and I know I'm going quickly because I want to spend our time talking and doing questions, guys. So the second step is assign this accounting firm up, but the natural question, of course, is what should you charge? I know somebody's going to ask me. So I thought I headed off at the path. So you could do a flat fee per month. You could do a per lead deal, or what I'm calling an extremely low flat fee or even free with a referral deal or understanding. This is a more of a trust, but you may find that you can land a few deals like this. And let me show you. Let me tell you a little more about both of the two that I've listed here. I'm not going to talk about per lead. I think that's pretty clear. You charge X for every lead you generate. So flat fee, I would create 3 different packages. Name them a low, middle, or high package. And I'd have price points somewhere in this window, right? Doesn't have to be, right? That's one. And for this, you're going to do more work or less work depending on the package, generate more leads or less leads, right? That's the goal. And I want to go over this high level so we can chat about it for a minute. The other one, the referral based or real low fee, is more about goodwill. It's about building a relationship with the firm. And the goal is for that firm to then drive local businesses to you for marketing help. You could say, listen, for everybody I send you, the expectation is you're going to route them or set up meetings for me to do marketing. So I won't charge you anything. So let's say there's one I work with locally called Peachtree Financial Services. I can say, Danny, I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm going to drive small businesses to you. And the understanding is you're going to set up meetings for me where I can help them with their strategic marketing, lead generation, branding, etc. This is such a good idea because deals that I get from my accounting firms are the best deals I get in my agency. And this is true anywhere. A referral deal from a really good friend obviously is going to close at a higher rate than a cold lead. A referral deal from an accounting firm, a CPA firm, tends to close at a pretty high rate as well. So what kind of leads are you doing? Well, you're going to focus on the stimulus package marketing. So what does that mean? You're going to target business owners in and around the accounting firm's location. And I've already started creating some messaging to get the business owner to raise their hand and say, yeah, I'd like to tap into that, whatever whatever grants or loans are available. I don't really understand it myself. And the accounting firm could step in and provide value and assistance there. Such a natural fit, you guys, because it's so confusing, all this stuff. It really is. That's the 4th step. Some of you are going to have questions. How do I find a CPA firm? What I'm doing is using a software solution called Instant Reply. Some of you guys are members, and I realize I'm streaming this in the Instant Reply group as well. If you're not a member, I'd encourage you to try it out. I turned on a $1 trial so some of you guys can join and try it out. Simply join instantreply.com and you can check that out. And this will give you a way to reach out and actually find the accounting firms that raise their hand and say, yeah, I want to work with you, Brian or John or Sally, whoever, right? Okay. I don't even understand the stimulus package. That some of you are probably saying that right now. Well, the good thing is that does not matter, right? You do not need to be an expert on the government programs. All you're doing is connecting businesses that need help, which is almost all of them, with an accounting firm, right? On how to best capitalize, right, for what they need. It's that easy. Why would I help the CPA firm for free? This one cracks me up. Well, I said this earlier, but I want to reiterate. Referral business from your accounting or CPA firm can literally change your agency overnight. With high trust comes a very high sign up. You can call it a close rate, but they just sign up. So you can go from virtually no business to 6-figure income in your agency in less than 30 days following this model. Now, the key is that you deliver value to the accounting firm and that you stay in touch with them and you review, every few days, hey, I've sent you these 15, 20 leads, whatever, and then you just kind of go through that process and that handoff back to you from a marketing standpoint. And last question, and then I'll go back into the live stream. The last question may be this. I don't know what to say to an accounting firm, a CPA firm. Well, I'm actually working on scripts today, Saturday, that you can use. They'll be available for all Instant Reply members. Once again, if you're not a member, you can grab these during the trial if you want. It's Join Instant Reply, and you're able to plug in and use those guys. So this will allow you instantly to really plug in and do this. There you go. Big shout out to my friend Doug. Yeah, my 10-year-old said, Daddy, don't shave during the crisis. And I haven't shaved for like 6-7 days now. So we'll see what happens. It's my friend Eddie, and Eddie and Doug are friends from the event. Eddie checking in. What's up, Eddie? Good to see you. Are you back home? Are you on the road? So there's all kinds of things, right? Like Doug said, he read the SBA forgivable loan is up to or equal to the amount of your sales 2 months after your loan kicks in. I read something similar to that as well. I read all these different things, and it made me realize that I don't actually need to know too much about it. I need to know enough to create the messaging and branding to reach out to the businesses, which is kind of what I have right now. And from that, I'm just connecting them to the expert. I mean, I'm reasonably intelligent, but I'm not going to be an expert on this, not enough to share or anything like that. I want to shout out to David, our friend David from Nice, France. And bonjour, David. I have to remember all my French from 30 odd years ago. Let me see. Je m'appelle Brian. What else? Somebody help me on some French for David, guys. So we hope you're having a good day and you're safe in Nice. So you could do this from France. Obviously, you're not going to get money for your business or yourself, but you're going to be able to connect American firms, businesses with CPA firms. Absolutely. Aren't they busy right now anyway because of taxes? Well, the government delayed the tax deadline by 3 months. They're busy, but I'm going to tell you a dirty little secret about accounting firms. They do not make as much money as you would expect. Most of my CPA friends, they live a decent life. They have a good living, but they're not like rolling in the dough. And if you can bring them high dollar business clients, Heidi, usually I have tax returns on my desk. They want these complex clients that have business and personal returns. So I've been doing that for a while and it works pretty well. Yeah, I did it last year, Dave, for 3 or 4 months, February to April. So, hey, Jeremy, shout out up to Vermont. Hope you're doing well. So, Brian, would you drive PPC for them? Is that something Invisible PPC can do? Absolutely. If you wanted to do PPC, you can work with Invisible PPC. You can do it yourself. I could show you how. It's so simple. You could work with Jack Hopman's team does a good job. You can work with WordStream. They do a good job. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what's the fastest way to deliver results? David in LA said, Brian, I'm more interested in the grant. And absolutely. I think every single one of you that have an American business, LLC, S Corp, you've had at least a year, should look into this for yourself. It'll give you maybe an injection that'll help you in your businesses. What else? Yep. David Scott says, I am a retard, I believe is what that says. Je suis un retard. So way to stay politically correct to my New York friend. Let's see. Il est très... no, I'm going to avoid the next word. Let's see. Bonjour, he said. David said. Okay. Combine some of this with what Nick and Ben shared yesterday on our State of Local Marketing live stream, and it really is gold. All right. Eddie, let me know if you need help with that. I can get you teed up with Nick, and if you need a hand getting things set up, I'm happy to help you on that, okay? Let's see. Advisory clients, like David said, are in demand for CPAs. Yeah. It's consulting, it's strategy. Look, CPAs make a small amount off the individual tax returns. They make more off the small business returns. They're a little more complex. They charge more money. The gold is when they get a complex business. Like I have 3 or 4, I have 4 this year, business returns, plus my personal, plus some investment property, plus some crypto craziness, right? So they make a nice pop off me doing all my taxes. And I'm also on a strategy kind of client relationship month to month. Oh, wait a minute. I love it. Scott corrected me. He said, au contraire, Brian. Retard is late. Thank you very much, Scott. And Jeremy said, no habla español. All right, we're dovetailing into C-level French. Filet mignon, fromage, we got cheese, and David immediately goes to lingerie. So what niches are the best to reach out to for CPAs? All of them need help. I'll tell you, contractors, of course, it's the same suspects. Law firms. Law firms are pretty savvy. They may not be the best fit here, but I tell you what I do is I always ask my accountant, like the 2 that I'm working with quasi-locally, I always ask my accountant, hey, who do you want to work with? What kind of clients do you want more of? And then I go after that as well. Great feedback from Mike. Canada also has a forgivable business loan. So if you're in Canada, exact same process. Do the same thing in Canada. Good question from Heidi. Yes. She said, should we look for smaller firms? I love 1 to 5 person CPA firms, small offices, less than 15, 20 people, Heidi. That is my personal choice. Jeremy's a rock star. I already downloaded 100 CPAs in my state in anticipation of this call. Super cool. And Perkins said he advised his CPA that the accountant was not charging enough for what he does. The next year, he doubled his bill. I'm not kidding. They really tend to undercharge. I literally could probably make a full-time living auditing small accountants and helping them change their price and go-to-market strategy. That could literally be all you do because they do need a little bit of help, guys. Looks like we got people from looks like my fan page, instant reply, quantum chat, voice drops, local training academy in here live right now. And Brenda out in Washington. Brenda, I hope you're okay out there right now. I've been talking to Zach Anderson, I don't know how exactly, it's a crazy relation, but Zach is doing all right, but he's in Gig Harbor. They're staying pretty isolated right now. This is like my worst skill set, Heidi, is the dang apostrophes on plural nouns and so forth. So Heidi corrected us, and she's, of course, right. It's not apostrophe S, it's just the small s. So plumbers, roofers, HVAC. My brother doing a few million a year in his HVAC business. He doesn't even begin to bother with this stuff. He immediately goes to his local accounting firm that he works with. I agree with Manny completely. Oh, good feedback. All right. I didn't know y'all were that close. AGM is a product from the Offline Sharks. I probably have a link to it somewhere. Message me if you want to learn about it, or I'll have to get it for you. I don't know what it is offhand. Jeremy's like, I hate high school. Let's see. Right. And Christy's laughing. Now, Christy, you guys, you want to pick somebody's brain who really knows what's going on. Christy's husband is a CPA, or a recently retired CPA. So Doug suggested you could use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You can do all this stuff. I challenge you, reuse the stuff you have. Thanks, David. Agency Growth Machine was the name for the person that asked. Heidi, that's awesome. So I challenge you to use the products you have. Watch this. Okay, so if you own Instant Reply, use this. If you own some lead scraper, right? I bet you all own a lead scraper. Use that product. I am not telling you to spend money. I'm telling you to use what you have. So example of some lead scraper may be Lead Kahuna. Maybe you have one of Jack Hopman's, he names them after himself, Lead Tracker Jack or something like that, right? Use those products. Don't buy new. Reuse. Ready? Right now, we're in a quasi-recession. Let's be smart about it, right? So use the products you have. If you're good at Facebook marketing, generate leads using Facebook. If you're good at Google Ads, generate leads using Google PPC. AdWords, right? Which they have now renamed Google Ads. So if you don't really have any of those, here's what I'm going to do. I'm doing a email campaign, email, voice drop, SMS campaign to small business around the stimulus. If you're in there, you guys will see it. One of the team will email it out this week, and you guys could have access to it. If you're not in there, you can join long enough, copy it. If you want to stay, stay. If you want to quit, you can, of course, quit. So, but what I'm encouraging you to do is reuse what you have. Give me another product or service that you have. Let's see, something you own right now. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. It's Lead Finder, Jack. Thank you, Heidi. Manny said, would it be a good idea to start getting interested businesses with Instant Reply and then market that you have X amount of leads that need a good CPA home? You can absolutely do that, Manny. I've done that exact same thing. It works. You could even tailor that messaging to be around stimulus marketing. Lead Kahuna's one. Email Cash Bonanza. Let's take what David just said. I was actually talking to Jeff a few hours ago. So my email, originally it was something Bonanza. Jeff named it code word Bonanza from the old TV show, and then I renamed it Email Cash Blueprint. This is what this does. It's a massive done-for-you email marketing solution to business and or consumer. Now, why is that important? All right, so let me give you an example. You can land, step one, land CPA firm and using Instant Reply, let's just say. Step two, fulfill leads using Email Cash Blueprint. 50,000 business leads within XYZ area of CPA firm. Guarantee minimum of 1,000 clicks, or ECB team works to generate you more. So this is a genius idea that David suggested. I actually literally just spoke to David. I spoke to Jeff Smith. No kidding. Like, how long has it been? Yeah, I spoke to Jeff at 12:45 today for 19 minutes on this exact thing. So I think this is a smart idea, and you could absolutely do that. How can we use Quantum Chat? Okay, watch this. I need a slide. Quantum Chat absolutely has a role. So here's your package to the CPA package. And this is what I would do as well. I don't know who asked about Quantum Chat, but this is what I would do as well. Let me look and see who it was. It was Wright, I think. Okay, so you can do something like this. Here's your package. Low, let's make them up on the call. This is somewhat real. Low is generate So you could do something like this. You could, like Brenda said, you could have chatbots that answer some questions, but then collect the lead. Thank you, Rico. Local Email Bonanza was Jeff's code name before we renamed it. And watch out, Rico. Mr. Doug is taking shots. Rico Suave. The key is to not gouge. I could not agree more with Mike here. The key is to add value and focus on helping and being part of the messaging, the solution, and not gouging. You guys are cracking me up. I think Jeremy's right. Actually, Doug agrees you're right. So, well, cool. Well, this is just the latest thing that any of us can do, right? Let's talk about something interesting, right? Let's say, what's in it for you, right? Currently, one client pays you, I don't know, $825 a month. You net $750 for whatever you're doing. That's where you are now, right? Imagine this is a what's in it for you, right? 4 weeks in a month. Not exactly, but work with me here. 4 times. Right. So something to that effect is what's in it for you. Right. So it's a rapid way to build your agency, and you could be part of the solution, helping businesses in the community. Right now, no one else is doing this. No other marketer is going to tell you these kind of things because they don't actually have agencies. A lot of them, you know a few that do, and you can tell the ones that do, like Nick Ponte does, right? Tom does. There's a few that do, and we'll leave it at that. So when you do this kind of stuff, you're going to develop a pipeline of business, a new, a Rolodex, if you're old enough, right, of activity that you wouldn't have had before. Jeremy's talking about using LinkedIn Sales Navigator like Doug. Oh, David, I completely missed this comment earlier. So David's a retired CPA attorney. His consulting fees, retainer fees far outweighed the tax work. So that's why accountants care about this. So Heidi asked that earlier, because this also gives you, and David, correct me if I'm wrong, and Christy, if you're here, Christy, correct me if I'm wrong. Another good thing for accountants is a streamlined smoothing out of cash flow and revenue for deals like this. Really helps. That's why David Perkins is hilarious. Could you imagine that some of those marketers out there pretend? I laugh all the time at some of them. I give them a hard time. I'm like, yeah, have you ever done that? I always ask somebody, like, if it's somebody I don't really know, I'm like, hey, have you actually done this before? This is a great idea. It's hilarious. You should watch their reactions. So somebody asked about Email Cash Blueprint. I had this link. I don't know if there's a replay there. So you can check it out. I don't know why it's so long. This is the non-pretty link, I guess, from Jeff. But anyway, yeah, if somebody said I'm not in that local training academy group, it's really easy. Just type into Facebook, local training academy, hit request, and somebody will approve you. The price is right. Of course, it's completely free. What about attorneys? Would they get involved? I don't know. Honestly, I know the reason I know that my accountant does is he called me right away asking me if I can help do this over a week and a half ago. So I don't know. Maybe Tom, maybe a tax attorney. I don't really know. David, since you were an attorney and an accountant, would a general attorney get involved in this kind of work or no? And I'll defer to David. Yeah, Heidi said maybe a tax attorney. Yep, Tom said tax attorney. Yeah, you know what, Manny? There probably is a time limit. So the time for us to act is now. Oh, yeah, I locked my deal down. I already have 2 CPAs doing right now. So my friend Eddie, who lives in the county next to me, Eddie, I got one in Clayton County and one in Fayette County for what it's worth, but none in your county because that's your county. So let's see. What else, guys? I'm skimming this stuff right now. Somebody said, give me the link for instant reply again. It's really complex. It's joininstantreply.com. Yeah. Straight up easy stuff. All right. I'm going to skim the questions. Oh, did I lock it down? No, I'm intentionally leaving it unlocked, but I kick people out that do stupid things. So like somebody the other day was advertising some product from somebody else. We kicked them out. I'm actually an admin in a few other marketers groups. I actually kick people out of all their groups for them. David said probably not for the tax attorney. Can I show the stimulus slide? Yeah. Let me do that. Hang on. Slides. I'll just flip through them again. So as we all know, President Trump, the House, the Senate could actually agree on something, which is a novel thought. They signed this $2 trillion bailout for the economy and for the small business owner. The goal, obviously, is to help save our economic engine of our country and, of course, small businesses and individuals as well, right? Because we play a role in that engine. Helping you. Cash payments, income-based, right? You could get a one-time or I think it's a one-time cash payment, loan for your small business, grant for your small business, defer your taxes, and an employee retention pop. I took these from an article I was reading. These are some different things that are options available in there for businesses. I won't read them all, but you guys can read them. But more importantly than any of this, there's something you could do that will actually help grow your business. So if you think of yourself as an internet marketer that works with real world businesses, this is what you would do. Find a CPA firm, an accounting firm, right? Or maybe more than one. Step one. Step two, sign them up to bring them in new small business clients. You're going to bring them in small business owners that have personal and small business taxes, as well as consulting kind of help needed around the stimulus package. Step three, what to charge, or question three. I give you two models, a flat fee or an extremely low flat fee, maybe even free, where they agree to do referral deals. Now, I'm doing this because I'm friends with both these CPAs. If I didn't know them, I'd probably just do an extremely low rate with the referral deal instead of free. These are some package price points that typically work, right? If you were doing a flat fee for the lead gen, okay? The goal around the referral is goodwill, build a relationship, and get a steady stream of qualified appointments for you that who knows what kind of marketing they want, but in general, you'll find these close at a very, very high rate. So when you're focusing on the leads, what I want you to focus on for the business owner, in case you're not in our instant reply, you won't have these scripts, is focus on the stimulus package, target these businesses in and around the accounting firm. How do you find it? If you don't have instant reply, you're welcome to sign up. It's joininstantreply.com. If you have another tool that you want to use to find them, you could scrape them with another product, call them on the phone, email them out of your Gmail. I don't care what you do. The goal is to use the products you have, right? So you get value. Somebody's probably thinking, hey, I don't even understand what any of this means, the stimulus package. It doesn't matter. What you're doing is correct. You are connecting as a marketer, an accounting firm, a CPA firm with other small business owners in exchange for a small payment or a modest sized payment. And then I suggest that you could even do it in exchange for referral business, which honestly is the best business. Why would I help the firm for free? Like I said, it's the best business. You could crush out your current growth rate, your agency. You could really balloon up so easily when you get qualified referrals. It's like if you could snap your finger and 2 or 3 days a week, have a really good conversation with a prospect that wants to hire you, no brainer, right? So, and that's what I'm talking about. You don't know what to say? I'm actually building some scripts before I go home today. I'm sitting in my office and I'll put them in the instant reply members area probably on Monday because I got to make templates out of them and stuff, which I don't really feel like doing. I'm going to write them today. And if you're not a member, once again, you can sign up on that link. Let's see. I strongly suggest use products that you own. So if you own Instant Reply, use it. You own Lead Kahuna, Lead Finder Jack, scraper products like that, use it. If you're good at Facebook marketing or you have some services or products at your disposal, use them to generate results. Use Google Ads. Now, I'm going to use Instant Reply to generate the results and drive them into the accounting firm. I'm probably also going to do some YouTube and Facebook video ad as well because I love doing those right now. Let's see. Yeah, if you're in our email cash blueprint product that Jeff Smith and I are running, this is a perfect solution to help fulfill. Once you land a firm, you're going to be able to generate a massive influx of leads because we're going to guarantee you 1,000 clicks. So if you get 1,000 clicks on that accounting firm's lead gen, opt-in, whatever we're going to use, you're going to create a page. Odds are that, let's say on the low end, 15% sign up. That could be 150 leads right there from this one campaign. So total no-brainer. I gave you some package ideas, low, middle, and high. And you guys, you'll be able to see any of this on the replay in a second. I worked in the Messenger bot as well to kind of give you more value around what we do with Quantum Chat. What's in it for you, right? Everybody hates when you talk about free and free pro bono stuff. Look, you get one client. Let's say right now you have a client that pays you, I don't know, $825 a month and you net $750. Imagine what it would be like for you if every week you had 5 to 7 good appointments coming out of that accounting firm. They're not going to be able to refer every single lead to you, right? It's not going to happen. So imagine if you got the same $825 a month for whatever you're doing. I don't know what it is. What if you close 3 of them and you're like, that's a high close rate? Well, when you get a lay down lead from a CPA telling them they need to talk to John, it closes at a high rate. So you can really blow your business up very quickly. All right. I'll leave that up there. I'll flip back to the, remove from screen. How do I do it? Yeah, Bill asked a question. Where's it at? Can't find it. Yeah, I have 2 CPA campaigns right now, Mike, but I'm going to do a stimulus package focus campaign, right? Heidi said fastest way is just call them. So I'm probably going to do a voicemail based where around the phone because I think it's going to be faster than email. I agree with Heidi as well. How many CPAs per area would be ideal? I just get 1 per area, Manny. Get 1, generate clients for that person, get 1 in a different area. You know, add on 3 or 4 of them, and you're going to have all the business you're ever going to need. I kid you not. If all you want to do is 3 to 4 clients, you get 3 to 4 accounting clients under some kind of referral deal, you will make all the money you ever want. You really will. You'll get plenty of business. I grew my business this way. I know it works. Jeremy said Nancy held out until Congress got a cut. There was definitely some special interests on all sides in there for sure. PowerPoint series. Yeah, I haven't made it yet. What would be a simple email script headline for a CPA that you would use? Yeah, we can do that in just 1 sec. Let me go through the rest. Well, let's just stop and do it. What did it say? A simple email subject lines. All right. I'm going to make these up. Doug, you're good at this. Somebody help me out with some. I can't see what you guys are saying. Let me make one up, and then I'll check the Q&A box. Oh, this is a great idea from Brenda. Hang on. She's thinking of doing a live stream with a CPA on my agency page. I think that's great, Brenda. Yep, let me get rid of the text. How do I do that, Jay? Hang on. Yeah, oh, it's the banner. I see it, man. Sorry, I didn't realize it was there. Apologize. All right, that should be better. Somebody give me another one. Okay, Doug, how about appointment setting instead of lead gen? Yeah, totally. So to Doug's point, totally agree with Doug. Sometimes when you're live, your head doesn't think the same, Doug. It's just how it goes, man. You're like, oh, shit, that's a great idea. What do you use for video and audio when you do these? Honest to goodness, Brenda, I'm talking into my MacBook, sitting at my desk. I have like a Yeti mic and stuff, but I don't even use it. I have some Canon camera like when I'm making videos, but right now I'm just looking into the webcam and talking directly right now. CPA knows, all CPAs know a lot about all kinds of businesses. I totally agree with this person. Would you consider a pay per referral model instead of a retainer? Yeah, I would, Lance, for sure. Totally would. I'm going to guarantee 3 to 5 appointments per week for $250 a week or 7 to 10 appointments for $375. So look what Doug just did. Super inexpensive, guaranteed results. No brainer. And you know what? He's probably still going to be able to ask that accounting firm for referrals. I can't cut and paste these, you guys, into the other slides. So do you have time in the next week or 2 to take on 4 to 6 new clients, showing them how to navigate the new stimulus package? That could be a great header in the email if you're doing an email, or a voice drop. Great messaging. This is a perfect voice drop message right here that Doug just slapped up there. And you'll be able to grab them out of the group. I don't know what group Doug posted that in, but Doug, you're probably in most of these groups, so maybe repost it other places if you don't care. Cool. So this one, you got to be careful how you play it, what he's saying here, because you want to be like helpful and goodwill, and you want to be careful that you don't go, this would be aimed at a business, obviously, right? The first one would be aimed at a CPA. This one would be aimed at a business. But I'm going to make someone get off the call and sit here and really dream them up. But the only key here is don't go too hardcore on this. You don't want to be the guy or gal like fear-mongering, etc. Here's one from Tom. Don't lose out on the stimulus opportunity. Get new clients today. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward, right? It just works. I like that. I like Tom's there, that second one. So you guys get the gist. This is something you can do right now that most of the other internet marketers are not going to do because they don't actually do real work. And this is something you can do with all the stuff you already own. Put it to work and let it build your agency right now. So what I would challenge you is use this time wisely. Okay, Christy said most CPAs would not like the warning email. And Christy's husband's a CPA and she does work in the practice. So just be careful on that one. I'm not saying it won't work. Split test and try it, but that was her feedback. Cool. And I'll take Doug's voice drop and definitely put it in with the list, the voice drop Doug had said a minute ago. So what I would say, everybody, is it's maybe the most amazing, right, it's all good, right? You're just being creative. There's nothing wrong with it. You're doing smart marketing. Test it. That's all. So what I would tell everybody this is your chance, right? You got businesses, accountant firms. Yeah, they're doing some taxes right now. I bet their volume is down because of all the craziness. They still want this business. They want this kind of cash flow. They want this, I promise. My CPA called me asking me for this, which is where I got the idea. I'm going to share Doug's in case you guys aren't in the same group with him right now. The way StreamYard works is like if Doug's in Local Training Academy, his post is there, but it's not in instant reply as an example. Cool. All right, everybody. Well, I'm glad that a bunch of you came. Looks across all the groups. We have a good amount of people here and really appreciate that. I know it's Saturday at 2 o'clock. I'm going to spend an hour or so and just get some work done right now. But for anybody that is thinking, what can I be doing right now? The restaurant thing that you went over, Brian, the other day sounded cool. It's not for me. Well, this might be for you. This is an amazing way to grow your agency, okay? Tom, we have it. We already have one. I have it included. If you guys are not in Quantum Chat and you need access to our CPA bot, reach out to our team and we'll see what we can do for you. But we have a good CPA bot, actually a really good one. No, thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you guys. And not only you, but everybody. Oh, it's Bill. Bill, thank you very much. Cool. All right, Jeremy. Excellent, man. Listen, you guys, most important thing you can do is take action right now. I know that sounds passe. I was at the Lexus dealership earlier today. I had a warning light on my wife's car. I wanted checked out. They are so slow, it's not funny. I walked in, chatted up the guy that sold me the car while I was waiting around for service, talked to the general manager. I know him pretty well. And all these businesses are available. If you ever said, hey, I want to do automotive marketing, now's the time for that as well, too. So if you want access to that, let me figure out how I can get it to you. Put in a ticket at getsupport.biz. Put a ticket in here, and I'll make sure we find a way to deliver you guys access to that bot to help you. I'm happy to do that right now. I mean, at the end of the day, it'll all come back around. So I'd rather help you now than anything else. So, passe was French. I didn't think about it, Chris. Christy, you're right. Think of all the words from different countries that, are kind of permeate our language. Thank you, David, and everybody else, and Wright. And I appreciate you guys. Yeah, Tom, I'm just adding it into the existing CPA bot. So just put in a message, whether you're in Quantum Chat or not, and I'll make sure it's available to you. We're just adding some verbiage into our CPA bot. Yeah, David, my wife has the LX 570, that big SUV, and there's like nobody in there today. It's super slow. They're like dying for me to buy a car. And I'm like, well, I don't really need a car thanks to the great quality of the product, and I'm like, if this just broke more, I'd buy a new one. I really don't need a car. But they're like 3 or 4 months, no payments. Craziness at car dealers right now. Oh, wait a minute. Jeremy just said, hey, we'll shift subjects, you guys. Let me get rid of that. I was looking at a coach on LinkedIn, name admitted, and the message that he is sending potential clients is to take action. Then he disconnected me from taking action, right? Brenda said sales is closed in Washington. In Atlanta, in Georgia, it's not closed. Interesting, Brenda. Interesting. Only service. Yeah, I saw that bot, Tom. I actually was goofing around with it the other day. I found an error in it, but it's pretty close. It's getting there for sure. So I'm excited to see where that ends up. If anybody is interested, we were doing some stuff for Tom on a Habitat for Humanity bot, and it's actually coming along really well. When it's ready, we'll share it. We can get some opinions. Thank you, Manny, and everybody else, and Heidi. Thank all of you guys. I appreciate it. With that, I need to bust out all the stuff I said I'm going to do so that I can go home in time. We're going to have burgers on the grill tonight, which is one of my favorites. And I am apparently the chef tonight. So in the words of Heidi Walker, I bid you adieu. So thank you very much. Yeah, Jay, put a ticket in and I'll make sure we give you a bunch of examples. Put a ticket in. If you don't, put one in here and I'll make sure we get you a bunch of them. And that'll make sure I don't lose it, Jay, and make sure you have it. But put it in at getsupport.biz, please. Yeah, peace, everybody. Take care. Have a phenomenal day and weekend, and hope to chat soon all. Be well. Bye-bye.